You are a birthday girl in a few days.
Yes, I
Look at
am.
you. How old are you turning?
37.
Own it. Own it. Happy birthday. There you go.
Thank you.
You're looking gorgeous, too. Looking beautiful.
Thank you.
37 has never looked better.
I know.
I know you know. I know you know. I know. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Moving up with the Miclettes.
Moving on up.
And I am Joseph.
I'm Sherri.
And today we're bringing you another episode of what it's like here in the Miclette household. And what are we talking about today?
So today we're going to discuss what it's like being in a multi-ethnic relationship and having a multi-ethnic family.
For those of you out there that are also in multi-ethnic or multicultural relationships, marriages, and you have a multi-ethnic family, you might be able to relate to us. And so if you do, drop a comment, you know what I'm saying? Share this episode with people that also identify like ourselves. And, we could contribute to that conversation and build that community together, right? And really support one another. You know, identifying as Latino and being in a multi-ethnic marriage, it's really significant to me because I feel like we represent a demographic in the population that not only is open-minded to love, right? Being with somebody who truly makes you happy, that you truly enjoy being with, regardless of their skin color, regardless of their national origin, regardless of, their ethnicity and their culture. And you truly embrace that person for everything they are, right? But you also celebrate everything about them from a cultural and an ethnic perspective.
And I think that's the important part.
Yeah. And again, right, being in a relationship, you have to be attracted to that person, and recognizing that, irregardless of all that, that's what's important to you, right? But at the same time, celebrating it.
For me, I identify, I guess, as African American, Black, whatever you call it, living in the United States where your ancestors were slaves. And, being with someone who is not of the same culture, as I am, it allows me to appreciate, where he comes from, where his ancestors come from more. And we've never had any, negativity or anything in regards to our relationship getting together. No family drama, no, friends having issues with it. Have you?
No.
Yeah.
Not openly, at least not to our face.
Yeah. So.
And I'm not trying to imply that there ever was anything behind our back, right? I'm definitely not trying to imply that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we've never experienced that.
Correct.
And that's a beautiful thing, right? Which shows you the perspective, also the open-mindedness of our families and the open-mindedness of our friends, and also the diversity, right?
Yeah.
The diversity of our families, the diversity of our friends and our peer groups that, they've been in support of that. And ain't nobody tripping.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody tripping.
I mean, it might also be because half the time when he was with me, they thought he was Black anyway.
Facts.
So, when he was growing up,
pretty much everybody that was around me growing up thought I was Black. My doctor, I had a doctor, thought I was Black. Police, right? When I had to deal with police as a young adult, I was Black. So part of that also is me identifying with specific aspects that are commonly associated with African American or Black culture, right? Hip hop music, rap. Maybe the way I dressed perhaps is a stereotype, that is commonly associated. So I think that played a role,
Yeah.
But for me, it was more so along the lines of just embracing everything of, African American or Black American culture, and recognizing that there were things that I identified with, right? Which again goes back to the conversation of how there's so much intersection with different ethnic groups, right? I think too many times we get into this concept that
only ours.
Yeah. Like No, like you have to understand history, like human history, right? And I can go on a tangent on that, but the fact that there's so many intersections in culture and ethnicity that we share so much.
Yeah.
There's so much that we share.
But with that being said, so many intersections have come from African, history.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
since slaves were sent all over the place, people are, have the beautiful brown melanin all over the place. They might not want to claim it, but,
Yep.
that's another topic.
Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like our relationship really reflects that multiculturalism, that multi-ethnic community that is growing. And being out here in the Bay Area, being out here in California, I think makes it a little easier, to feel like we are part of a community that we are supported and that we support and that we identify with. And again, ain't nobody tripping, because we've definitely been to some places around the country and around North America where you can see there's that divide.
Yeah.
And you can feel it. You know what I'm saying? You can feel it and you're told that it's there.
Yeah.
You're reminded that it's there.
I mean, we can turn on the news now and see that it's still there. Everybody can see that. Yeah. So, I'm just very appreciative that I found someone that, I loved and I was able to just embrace all of him, which in turn is what we do for our children, and being that there's two different cultures, we definitely try our best to infuse all of that, within our children. And, they recognize like, oh, certain their skin tone and they're like, oh, I'm brown, or when they notice other brown people is what they say, but
they call your family the brown family.
Yeah. Right? So we try to incorporate what we can, we listen to mariachi and cumbias on Sundays and,
or any day. Even. Any day is a good day for cumbias, but we also listen to, some modern pop music or R&B,
old school, all that. And, the food we try to incorporate, they love them some pozole and tamales and,
they were just asking about that today, actually. Last night, too.
Yeah.
Right?
We haven't got them on, like, the soul food kick, the traditional soul food. It's hard to try to feed these kids, And being that there's 3 of them, maybe 1 out of 3 will eat something that I try to prepare. They're not there yet, so.
Hey, but Lyra and Akari, they will tear them up some macaroni, macaroni and cheese, and some cornbread.
Yeah.
They will tear them up some macaroni and cheese and cornbread. So they're halfway there.
We'll see how Thanksgiving and Christmas goes this year, in regards to trying to, get them to grow on that.
Yeah. But then another part of their participation in their multiculturalism and multi-ethnic background is the fact that we've promoted from day one the whole idea of being bilingual, and so bilingualism for us is a major key contributor and a practice that we really encourage. Growing up, myself being bilingual, looking back on things, there was many years in my life that I was not practicing speaking Spanish, and it wasn't necessarily encouraged in my home, living with my mom. And her and I would communicate in Spanish. She'd play Mexican music, in the car, Mexican music on the weekends, or when her and I were together. So definitely got a taste of it there, but I lost a lot of my bilingualism when I was, between the ages of like 10 and, 15, 16 years old. And so for me, it's very personal that we encourage that, but then also looking at how that just diversifies their multiculturalism and diversifies their potential in the future.
Yeah.
And to just see, brown-skinned babies with curly hair walking around speaking Spanish is crazy, because some people are amazed at it.
Well, they're amazed at it out here in California, but if you were to go on the East Coast somewhere, that's just kind of normal.
Yeah, you go to New York, you go to Miami, you're going to find it everywhere, but out here in the Bay Area and in parts of California, it's almost like a shock. Like, what?
Yeah. Well,
your kids speak Spanish?
We'll speak to them in Spanish, and they're like, oh, they know Spanish? And like, oh, you know Spanish? And like, he kind of just, it's like, yeah, keeps it moving. Like, He's like, I don't want to have to get in the whole story of where my family's from and blah, 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 because once again, they think he's black.
They will ask, right?
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know what it is about the West Coast and seeing darker complected Latinos speaking Spanish that people are just amazed with out here.
But even in other places, you know, in New York and Mexico, Jamaica, you know, no matter where we've gone, Puerto Rico, people have always been shocked that I speak Spanish. And then they're shocked when I tell them that my family's from Mexico.
Well, you know? I mean, one, you look, you've looked so many different type of ethnicity. All through his life. All through his life, you know, they've been like, oh, you look Samoan now. Oh, you look Filipino. Oh, you look black now. Oh, you look, you know, so you lived it all.
I have.
But, you know, I just think if you have children, you know, or you're a part of a family that has, you know, multiple, you know, cultures that you're trying to mash together, you know, just always keep that alive. Always try to let them know, like, you don't have to choose one, you know, you're both.
Yeah.
You came from two people, so you're both things, you know. And I mean, if you want to get technical, you're so many other things if you're trying to break down your DNA. But, you know, in today's society, they always want to kind of put you in a, you know, our children, I tell you. You know, they always try to put you in some type of category. So, you know, just tell them, like, if someone asks, I'm a person.
Mm-hmm. Identify how you identify.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Create your own identity based off of who you are, you know, and celebrate who you are. That's important. Celebrate who you are and let the people know, you know, who you are, and show people who you are, and make sure that they celebrate who you are. You know?
But anyways, y'all, you know, we just wanted to chat it up with y'all real quick and just let you know, basically how we're living our lives, our best lives, and, you know, trying to raise our children the best way that we can, and incorporating everything that we are into them, and trying to show them that embrace everything, embrace who you are as a person. You don't have to be one thing or the other, because you're both, you know, and beautiful regardless. So we'll come back and, you know, a little bit later, maybe introduce you to our three crazy children.
And also celebrating other people's multi-cultural, multi-ethnic identities as well. Because we got hella friends. A lot of our closest friends and family are, you know, either African-American, Latino, or they are in a, you know, mixed relationship, multi-ethnic relationship with multi-ethnic kids, multi-ethnic babies, you know, Pacific Islander. And I think that just speaks to volumes in regards to who we are, who our friends are, who our families are. You know, we are just surrounded by that multicultural, multi-ethnic love. And we got to celebrate that. Celebrate that, you know. So
drop us a comment. Let us know, you know, if you're in a multicultural relationship, and, you know, if you have any fears, or, you know, what you love about it in regards to your relationship with your significant other or your family, and just let us know.
Yeah. But guess what you didn't hear today? That's right. The fan.
Be quiet. Anyways, like, subscribe, share, ring the notification bell, all that stuff.
Comment down below.
Yes.
And stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, y'all. Please subscribe, all right?
Help us grow the channel.
Yeah.
Help
us grow.
Take care. We'll see you soon.
All right, y'all. Peace out. Somebody come get her. She's 2-1. And welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. For me, being in a multi-ethnic relationship, in a multi-ethnic marriage, and having a multi-ethnic family,
we're gonna have to chill on that word. We're gonna be saying that all day.
All day, right? Yeah. So it is now.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, it is now. It's in the Miclette dictionary.
Yes.